At 7:42 a.m., you open your banking app before you even get out of bed. Not because you're buying anything, just to check. And in that moment, your entire day quietly gets decided. If the number looks safe, you breathe easier. If it doesn't, everything feels heavier than it should. What's strange is that the fear isn't about luxury. It's about small, boring things going wrong at the worst time. One unexpected bill, one bad week, one email you weren't prepared for, and suddenly your brain starts running disaster simulations you never asked for. Most people assume real financial peace only shows up once you're rich, like there's some invisible line you cross at 6 figures where stress magically disappears. That idea sounds logical. It's also wrong, because there's a much smaller number that flips a switch in how you think, how you decide, and how much fear you carry into everyday choices. It's not impressive. It won't change how you look to other people, but it changes how life feels when something goes wrong. And once you understand why that number works, you'll realize why some people stay calm in chaos, while others panic over problems that aren't actually that big. Most people completely misunderstand this part. Before talking about why this number matters, it helps to understand what life feels like without it. Not in theory, in moments. You hesitate over small choices that shouldn't matter. You refresh your bank app before agreeing to plans. You delay decisions, not because you're irresponsible, but because one wrong move could knock everything over. Life starts to feel like you're walking on a cracked floor, always testing your weight before the next step. When you live like this, money isn't a tool, it's a shield. Every choice is defensive. You're not asking, is this a good move? You're asking, can I survive this if it goes wrong? That's the part most people miss, because when your savings finally cross a certain threshold, nothing flashy happens. Your lifestyle doesn't suddenly upgrade. Your spending barely changes, but something internal shifts, and it's quiet. The first thing that changes is how risk feels in your body. Without a cushion, even reasonable decisions feel dangerous. A new job, a move, taking time off. One mistake feels like it could spiral into something you can't recover from. So you stay still, even when staying still costs you. But with $10,000 sitting untouched, those same decisions stop feeling like cliffs and start feeling like steps. You don't become reckless, you become steady. You don't suddenly gamble your future. You finally stop being afraid of it. And that's only the first change most people never notice. This is usually the moment where people start doing something they haven't done in a long time. Thinking past Friday, with a real buffer, you don't just plan bills, you plan upgrades. You consider learning a new skill. You look at a certification and don't immediately dismiss it as not for people like me. The money doesn't push you into wild decisions. It gives you permission to stop living on pause. And something else happens quietly. Inside your body, the first time your balance hits 5 figures, your nervous system notices before your ego does. The constant low-level tension eases. That background stress you thought was just part of being an adult, it turns out it was financial noise. Here's how you can feel the difference. A warning light comes on in your car. No drama, no spiraling. You sigh, you book an appointment, and you move on with your day. The problem didn't disappear, but the panic did. That shift matters more than people realize. When your brain isn't in emergency mode all the time, everything improves. You rest deeper, you think clearer, you respond instead of react. Decisions stop being emotional and start being intentional. That reclaimed mental space becomes fuel. And once you have it, you can finally aim it toward getting ahead instead of just staying afloat. But here's the part almost everyone misunderstands about the $10,000 mark. Here's the secret most people miss. The money itself barely matters. It's the fact that it exists. This is what financial experts quietly call the emergency fund effect. And it's underrated for one simple reason. Its power isn't in spending the money, it's in what it does to your mind. Knowing you can handle almost any surprise transforms the way you live. People who reach $10,000 rarely use it on emergencies. Instead, it becomes freedom in disguise. They invest in skills that pay off for years. They start side hustles, consider moving to neighborhoods with better opportunities, or finally take on projects they've been too scared to touch. Their lives start bending toward growth simply because they're not trapped by survival mode. There's also a quiet confidence that no one tells you about. You walk differently. You negotiate differently. You stop settling for bad deals because desperation no longer runs your decisions. That confidence ripples through work, relationships, and every choice you make. Now, saving $10,000 might feel impossible if even $100 a month seems like a stretch. But here's the twist. Saving isn't really about the money, it's about becoming the kind of person who saves. Most people treat it like a temporary diet. Slash expenses for a few months, scrape together cash, then crash back into old habits. That's why they fail. People who make it to $10,000 don't think like that. They adopt a new identity, they become savers, and that shift changes everything. Suddenly, you notice ways to cut costs you'd never spotted before. You see ways to earn more. You start thinking long-term, not week-to-week. The beauty is, it gets easier as you go. The first $1,000 is brutal. Every dollar feels like a battle. But by the second, then the third thousand, the habit takes root. By the fifth or sixth, saving almost becomes automatic. And here's the kicker. $10,000 isn't just symbolic. It covers the vast majority of life's curveballs, car repairs, medical bills, sudden unemployment, family emergencies. Most of the disasters that crush people financially can be handled with this one number. And that's why reaching it changes not just your bank account, but the way you experience every day. Once you hit this milestone, something unexpected happens. Most of the financial disasters that trap people in paycheck to paycheck mode stop having power over you. You don't feel invincible, but you feel capable. More importantly, your relationship with money begins to change. It stops being a disappearing act from your paycheck and starts feeling like a tool, something that opens doors instead of closing them. Before savings, every dollar spent feels like a permanent loss. Miss a payment and the anxiety spikes, but with $10,000 as your foundation, money starts to show its real potential. It can grow, it can work for you, and suddenly investing or starting a side hustle doesn't feel like a gamble. It feels like an option. Imagine two people. One earns six figures, drives a luxury car, eats out every night, and has nothing saved. The other makes $40,000, lives modestly, and quietly builds a cushion of $10,000. Who's closer to freedom? It's the saver. Not because they earn more, but because they've mastered the hardest skill in wealth, keeping money. Reaching $10,000 teaches you the language of financial clarity. You start spotting wants versus needs. You find creative ways to cut costs without feeling deprived. And most crucially, you develop patience, the ability to delay gratification, which quietly shapes every future decision. And here's where it gets interesting. The number itself is small enough to reach, but powerful enough that what you can do with it will surprise you. Let's break down what $10,000 can actually unlock. With $10,000 in the bank, emergencies stop being catastrophes. They become inconveniences. Your car breaks down, you book the repair and keep moving. A medical bill pops up, you handle it without losing sleep. Even a sudden job loss, which terrifies most people, suddenly feels survivable. You have 3, maybe 6 months to breathe. Choose wisely and plan your next move instead of scrambling at the first offer that comes along. But here's where it gets really interesting. Savings don't just shield you, they create doors you didn't even know existed. A certification program promises an extra $10,000 a year but costs $2,000 up front. Without a cushion, it's a dream you can't chase. With one, it's an obvious next step. A friend starts a small business and needs a partner. Without savings, you can only nod and hope for their success. With $10,000, you have the choice to step in, an opportunity that could change your financial trajectory. And the effects aren't just financial. With money set aside, your body relaxes, you sleep deeper, wake up sharper, stress fades, leaving room for patience, focus, and better decision making. Relationships improve naturally, you're less irritable, less anxious, more present with the people who matter. Confidence changes too. You walk into interviews differently, you negotiate better, you stop making choices from fear and start making them from control. $10,000 doesn't just protect you, it gives you freedom, clarity, and options that feel impossible until you actually have them. That confidence doesn't just make you feel steady, it shows up in real life. Job offers improve, raises become easier to negotiate. Your financial progress starts feeding itself. Now, I know what you're thinking. $10,000 sounds impossible if you're living paycheck to paycheck. Here's the thing. You don't need to save it all at once. In fact, trying to force huge amounts rarely works. Like the savers I know started tiny, $25 a month, $50 a month. Sometimes it felt almost meaningless, but consistency built a habit, and habits grow faster than most people expect. Once you're in the rhythm, it's easier to increase contributions as your income rises or as you trim small expenses you didn't even notice before. Consider this. The average person spends over $3,000 a year on coffee, dining out, and little convenience splurges. Redirect just a fraction of that, say a third, toward savings, and you're looking at $10,000 in under 3 years. You don't have to live like a monk. Just be intentional about the choices you're already making. The real power of reaching this milestone isn't the money itself. It's what it does to your mind. Suddenly, risk feels manageable. Opportunities look reachable, and planning for the future becomes second nature. Most importantly, it proves something to you. You can hit big goals. And once you've done that, momentum takes over, pushing you toward accomplishments you didn't think were possible before. Once you hit that first $10,000, something subtle but powerful happens. You start seeing the next 10,000 and the 10 after that, not as a dream, but as a plan. You're no longer drifting, you're building momentum toward real financial independence. Not luck, not inheritance, habit and mindset make it inevitable. The transformation isn't in the dollars themselves, it's in who you become. You become the kind of person who has money saved, and that identity ripples through every part of your life, often in ways you don't even notice. Take decision fatigue, for example. Every day, you make hundreds of tiny money choices, generic pasta or name brand, pack a sandwich or grab lunch, premium gas or regular. Each decision drains mental energy. By evening, you're worn out just from calculating if you can afford things. Now imagine this, $10,000 in the bank. Suddenly, most of those choices vanish. You're not picking pasta out of fear. You pick what you actually want. You're not skipping lunch to save a few dollars. You eat what satisfies you. That invisible weight lifts, and with it comes clarity, confidence, and the mental energy to make the decisions that actually matter. It sounds small, but think about this. What if you didn't have to make survival-based calculations 50 times a day? A friend told me that the first time they walked into a grocery store after hitting $10,000 in savings, they almost cried. Not because they went on a spending spree, but because for the first time, they could choose what they wanted to eat, not what they could barely afford. That's freedom most people don't even realize they're missing. Here's the reality financial advisors don't always spell out. $10,000 doesn't make you rich. It won't let you quit your job to chase a wild dream overnight, but it gives you breathing room, the space to actually think instead of constantly react. You notice things you'd normally ignore. The car insurance renewal? You can shop for a better rate instead of just accepting the defaults. Your phone plan? You see that you're overpaying and can switch without panic. Maybe it's just $50 or $100 a month, but those small wins add up. And that's the magic. When you're not drowning in stress, tiny optimizations start compounding. Each one makes your next financial goal easier to reach, and before long, the momentum carries you further than you ever expected. Here's a little known truth about how money shapes your decisions. When you have nothing saved, every dollar feels like a lifeline. Spending $50 can feel like stepping off a cliff. But once you hit $10,000, something changes. Individual dollars stop feeling so precious, and suddenly, investing in yourself becomes possible. That $50 networking event you would have skipped, you go and meet someone who offers a job paying $5,000 more per year. The safety net doesn't make you reckless. It gives you the freedom to seize opportunities you couldn't afford to consider before. I've seen this happen again and again. People who save their first substantial cushion often experience a sudden boost in career growth. Not because money hands them promotions, but because it gives them the confidence to take calculated risks others can't. And there's more. Financial stress seeps into your social life. When you're constantly worried about money, you might skip dinners with friends, shrink in conversations, or feel a quiet resentment toward those who seem better off. That invisible pressure disappears with $10,000 in savings. You show up differently. You participate. You connect. So here's the takeaway. $10,000 isn't just a number. It's a psychological transformation. It changes how you sleep, how you work, how you negotiate, and how you relate to the people around you. If your bank balance looks more like a relic from the 1950s, don't panic. Start small, stay consistent, and focus on who you're becoming along the way. Because the person you are while building your first $10,000 is far more valuable than the money itself.